Okay, hopefully I'm about to take the van on a test run and hopefully it's going to work. I've fitted the new turbo intercooler pipe myself. I've learnt a lesson from this. Next time there's a job, I'm going to find out how it's done and find out if I can do it myself. Anyway, it's been months, but we'll see now if this is actually going to work. I turned it on and it was running, but now I'm actually going to take it for a little spin. So, different for the van. Get used to driving one vehicle and everything's different in another one. I've got a little red Ford Fiesta at the moment, which I will show you. And this van is going to be sold, sadly. But, let's see if it runs any better. I'm praying so much because I'm so fed up with this. Like I say, I think I got a buyer for it. So I can smell diesel, but it might just be oil. So I'm going to take it easy. It might just be burning oil because I wiped up any bits that I could see. I haven't put any oil in anywhere, but I've wiped up any bits I could find on the pipes and stuff. So it might just be some misplaced oil that's burning off as the engine gets hot. Now I'm scared to go too far to begin with in case I end up breaking down and have to call out the RAC. So we'll just take it easy to begin with. But also, I'm not going to be able to test it without actually running it. And its brakes are much different to the Fiesta as well. So I keep forgetting. I drove it the other day, this van, it wasn't behaving itself. But just to see how it was doing. But yeah, hopefully, I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, I forget that the brakes in this one, you have to put your foot down much harder than you do in the Ford Fiesta. In the Ford Fiesta, you put your foot down too hard and all the passengers go flying through the window. But on this, you need to have a correspondingly more foot power to get the braking. Anyway, I don't know. So far, having not gone over 20 miles an hour, it seems okay. So it's a completely new intercooler pipe. It was very confusing, and the only way I ever really fully understood it was to actually take all the bits off myself and look at it, and then I was able to match it with the part I needed. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this breather pipe in place, so I've left that. My bro will have to do that job. Couldn't get the radiator grill off. There's a couple of bolts that are just like really seized up in place. Of course, I don't know why I came along this road, really. Yeah, I didn't move this camera because the phone has a tendency to fall out of the socket. That's it, drive nice and slowly. This road's always bad. In fact, like any road in the UK, isn't it? They're all designed for days when we didn't have 76 million cars on the road. Might be able to make some progress here. A bit further. I need to get it on that bit of road round the corner where I can get it up to 40 with a bit of luck. Let's see if she's there. So I could take her out in the country, but if I get stuck on the road to Solihull, then I will have to call out the RAC, and also I'd be causing obstruction, so it's better if I test it out down here. So far so good. We seem to be getting up to nearly 3,000 revs there. Is it 3,000 revs? Yeah, 30 times 100, 3,000 obviously. Yeah. Getting up to nearly 330, which I've not seen happen for a long time. So the old pipe did actually have a broken part, and if I could edit films, I've never got around to learning how to edit films yet. I've always something else to do. but I could show you it, but it was broken, and it must have been like that when I got it. I don't know, or somebody who's been mechanicking my van accidentally broke it and didn't tell me. They picked it up at the MOT, but they wouldn't repair it for me. I think that's because they just couldn't be bothered, because they led me to believe the part was very difficult to get hold of, but it wasn't. But I've got black smoke coming out the back. That's not necessarily a good sign, and you can hear that noise. You can only do 40 miles an hour along a limited part of this road. Then you've got to come back. But the black smoke might just be because it's not driven much recently, or I don't know. There's that funny noise. I don't know if you heard it. That kind of like noise. Definitely not the hissing that was making before. This is a different noise when you're in second gear. So if this hasn't solved the problem, we'd have to trace it back further to EGR valves, I don't know, other stuff. Turbo itself, who knows. Can only do 30 along this road anyway, even though it feels like a faster road. It's one of the roads the local police like to sit on. They've even got a special designated area on the verge here they sit on to catch people speeding. I don't know, it's just one of those roads. Everybody, when you're driving along it, it automatically, instinctively feels like it should be a 30 mile an hour road. It kind of divides part of the estate from the other part, and yeah, but it isn't, it's 30 mile an hour. Anyway, we're definitely getting more revs out of it. Currently in third gear, doing 30 mile an hour. Normally I do fourth gear for 30 mile an hour. Anyway, in a minute I turn around and go on a road where I can go on 40, then 50, and then I'll get on the bypass where I can do 60 if it can make it. So that'll be the real telling moment then. Get any more. But black smoke and noise when you're in second gear, I don't know what that is. Anyway, the new car, apart from the fact it does need some work doing on the extension, the trouble is I'm not working, so I just don't have, like, before I was working I could afford to be spending money, but now I'm just not working. I can't work, so I don't have unlimited money. Right, which gear am I in? I'm in third gear. Right, I'm in fourth gear now. At this stage we could do 40 mile an hour if I wanted to. Doing 40. I think she's doing 40 better than she was before. So if I don't have to brake something. Hope nobody suddenly comes to a stop in front of me. Brakes are fine, like I say, it's just me, I'm not used to it. Right, we're in the 50 zone now. I'm in 5th gear. Let's see if she will reach 50. She wasn't having it before, 50 mile an hour, only under protest, going downhill. I've got to slow down here because we've got this, I always think is a very sharp turning to get onto the A46. It's easy to miss it. servo and the glow plug lights. So, sorry Mick, problem's not solved. Something else. We are at least making nearly 60 mile an hour without too much effort. So perhaps whatever it is, 60 mile an hour, which hasn't been able to do with ease for a long time. Doesn't feel like it's struggling like it was before. It feels like it's actually managing it. Doesn't feel like it's struggling, because before it felt like it was really sort of like, oh, you wanted to get out and push it, give it a hand, you know what I mean? But at the moment it's just sort of flying along. Yeah, Laurie, don't choose this moment to pull out on me, for God's sake, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back home in like 2 shakes, and then, let's see. Yeah, I've got servo lights and glow plug lights, which probably just happened last time I drove it. So, we're looking for another issue. Yeah, now, a different issue. Hopefully something easy to fucking fix, because I'm had enough of this. Right. Oh dear. See, I want to sell this because I need the money. I really do. What's lane are you in, mate? You can stay in that lane, or you can suddenly swerve into mine? No, you're staying in that one. Oh. Fair enough. She's not done the grinding there in second and third. Or whirring or whatever it is. And no black smoke. But we've definitely got servo and glow plug lights still on. Third gear, doing about 22,400 revs. Good. Fourth gear, no problem. And stop. Traffic lights. Oh dear, I've got to have a bath yet. Very quickly. Anyway, I'll end it now.